Nike. Nike. Nike is the Greek goddess of victory. The thing is, when I said Nike, how many of you thought of that? If you're like millions of other people, you would have thought of the swoosh symbol, or just do it. Now, for thousands of other people, when they think of Nike, they think of working 16 hours a day, 7 days a week, for $1.60 a day. To them, it's just so it. So there's a song that I really like by Macklemore. It's called Wings, and I'm going to recite a few of the words from that because I think they're really pertinent to this topic. I was 7 years old when I got my first pair, and I stepped outside and I said, "Mama, this air bubble right here, it's going to make me fly." I hit that court, and when I jumped, I got so high, I touched the net. Ma, I touched the net. This is the best day of my life. Air Maxes were next. The air bubble, that mesh, the box, the smell, the stuffing, the thread. At school, I was so cool, I knew I could increase them. My friends couldn't afford them. 4 stripes on their Adidas. On the court, I wasn't the best, but my kicks were like the pros. I stick up my tongue so everyone can see that logo. Nike Air Flight, that was so dope, but then my friend Carlos's brother got murdered for his fours. Now, Nike was founded in 1964 by 2 people, Bill Bowman and Phil Knight. And originally it was called Blue Ribbon Sports. Now, they changed that name to Nike Inc. in 1971. Now, if we look through the last, say, 20, 30 years, I can't think of any other product that has got people so impassioned, so worked up, so much part of culture that they're willing to rob and kill for those items. Now, it's estimated, this is crazy, 1,200 people a year are killed for their Nike shoes. 1,200 a year. Now, how did Nike do this? Saturation advertising, marketing, endorsements, contracts, penetration into high schools and to university sports. Now, out of those 1,200, most of those would be for the Air Jordan. The Air Jordan is a very collectible shoe, and they only release a few of those a year. And they know that these are very sought-after items. So is Nike responsible for these deaths? I don't know. I'll put the idea there only. I was trying to leave the ground because I wanted to be like Mike Wright. Wanted to be him. I wanted to be that guy. I wanted to touch the rim. I wanted to be cool and I wanted to fit in. I wanted what he had. America, it begins. Now, in 1998, Nike paid Michael Jordan, the basketball player, $45 million in endorsements. That same year, they paid Tiger Woods $48 million in endorsements. Now, Nike, they pay $1.60 to their workers in the Ho Chi Minh City factories in Vietnam. $1.60. That's below poverty level. You may think, yes, it's cheaper to live in Vietnam. Yes, it is. But just as a comparison, it costs 60 to 90 cents for an average meal there. And also as a comparison, Reebok are paying their workers $65 a month. And also Coca-Cola and Goodyear have recognised that what the base pay should be, and they're paying higher than minimum wage, whereas Nike, they're under. Now, Nike used to manufacture in South Korea and Taiwan, but they found that there were wage increases. This was in the 1970s. Wage increases, better working conditions. So then what did Nike do? They moved. They moved to China, to Indonesia, to Vietnam, where it's illegal to have trade unions. Look at me, I'm a cool kid. I'm an individual, yes, but I'm part of a movement. My movement told me to be a consumer, and I consumed it. They told me to just do it, and I listened to what that swoosh said. Will I stand for change or stay in my box? These Nikes help me define me, but I'm trying to take mine off. Get them young, get them for life. I don't know whether you've heard that in terms of marketing and advertising. Get them young, hook them when they're young, and you get those customers for life. You see McDonald's do this a lot. They're advertising, they're just hammering their advertising towards kids. Little Athletics. I went to Homebush Stadium for Little Athletics. Who sponsored it? McDonald's. Ronald McDonald came out in his clown suit, got the microphone and talked about how good McDonald's and athletics was for 10 minutes. It started out with what I wear to school that first day, like these are what make you cool. And this pair, this would be my parachute. So much more than just a pair of shoes. No, this is what I am, what I wear. This is the source of my youth. This dream they sold to you for $100 and some change. Consumption is in the veins. And now I see it's just another pair of shoes. Now, what about today? Nike? Nike's revenue is $24.1 billion. $24.1 billion. The brand alone is worth $10.7 billion. It's the most valuable sports company in the world. It employs over 44,000 people. And even now, Nike have announced that over 2/3 of their factories are not at the right standard in terms of worker rights. 2/3. Also, what sort of level of... What's our obligation as consumers? Do we have one? Well, it's really up to each one of us what we choose to buy. So as a consumer, what do we choose to consume? And what we choose to consume will affect the rest of the world. Thank you.